Look at that. What the is that? Move.
Oh shit.
Two friends posted a TikTok from a late-night ride through a foggy forest, and at first it felt like a normal, chill adventure with the bike humming and mist all around. But then out of nowhere, they heard screaming, sharp, distorted, not even human, like multiple voices crying at once, and they completely froze.
Oh! Oh! Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What? Tu vois là-bas?
Pourquoi il y a un truc? Pardon.
What? Tu l'as vu?
Oui, j'ai vu. T'as vu une cible?
Là-bas?
Attends,
tu veux te rapprocher pour voir?
C'est quoi?
Je sais pas. Il y a un truc blanc là-bas. Il s'est arrêté.
Oh!
Putain! C'est quoi ce bordel?
Attends, mais je rêve ou il y a vraiment... Tu vois
Mais là-bas, là, regarde, on voit bien, on est d'accord?
Oui.
Il y a quelque chose de blanc.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait ma trottinette? Mec, il y a un truc bizarre qui se passe là.
What?
While they were looking around, a pale figure slowly leaned out from behind a tree, barely visible through the fog, and the screaming got louder and closer. The second they realized they weren't alone, they took off as fast as they could without looking back. Later on, they joked that it might have been SCP-96 or the rake hiding in the woods, but whatever it was, it definitely wasn't normal. The trail cam footage is brief, but it clearly shows a large figure moving through the shadows in a way that doesn't resemble a monkey or a human. Its size and movement have led some viewers to believe it could be Bigfoot. However, the limited length and unclear visuals of the clip have also raised doubts, with others suggesting it may be staged or deliberately misleading to gain attention. During a late-night walk, someone was filming their friend attempting a cartwheel when she slipped and fell, accidentally catching something strange on camera. As she hit the ground, a tall, misty shape appeared near a streetlight and seemed to move toward her before disappearing. Even though the camera shakes during the fall, the figure stays in place, which makes it even creepier. Some people think it could have been a guardian angel, while others aren't convinced. What do you think it was? The video came from a TikTok user who was near the woods late at night when he noticed something odd. Two pairs of glowing white eyes sat motionless in the dark, watching. Uneasy, he started recording to see if anyone could identify what they were.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. But it followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now. Oh. All right.
The clip quickly made the rounds. Some people thought it looked like an animal, but something felt off. Others pointed out that the eyes were too still and too in sync, almost aware. Whatever they belonged to didn't seem natural. That raises the question, what kind of creature waits in the woods after midnight? This video was recorded by a man who was at the beach and saw a creature he had never encountered before. After searching online and finding no answers, he uploaded the footage, hoping others could help identify it. Others also attempted to determine what it was, but found nothing conclusive. The creature appears capable of living both on land and in water, but without solid evidence, it would be wrong to assume anything otherworldly. A group of fishermen recently pulled up a very unusual catch that left them confused. A rare deep-sea fish brought up from the ocean. The fish was long and slender, with a shiny silver body and a tall, sail-like fin running along its back, giving it a striking look. At first, no one was sure what it was, and guesses ranged from a strange hybrid to something far more outlandish. After some research, it was identified as a lancetfish, a deep-sea species that normally lives at extreme depths. Known for its long body, sharp teeth, and aggressive feeding habits, it's not something you see every day, which makes the catch all the more impressive. In 2011, a family visiting the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee caught something unsettling on camera.
he doing?
Wishful.
While recording the scenery, the man filming noticed something move in the background. Moments later, it showed up again, partly hidden behind thick bushes. The family believed they'd just seen Bigfoot, and given how steep and rough the area around Klingman's Dome is, staging a hoax in a costume would be extremely difficult. Even stranger, sightings like this aren't rare in those mountains. Someone visiting the UK took a photo of the Christmas tree at Blickling Hall and later noticed something odd in the picture. They didn't remember anyone standing there at the time, and the shape in the photo is hard to make out. After sharing it on Facebook, people pointed out that it looked like the Grim Reaper or the Ghost of Christmas Future. Since the location is known for ghost stories, many leaned toward a paranormal explanation, though no one could say for sure what the figure actually was. A trail camera caught this photo near someone's cabin, and at first, nobody could figure out what they were looking at. People online were confused until someone in the comments pointed it out. Turns out it's just a person standing with their back to the camera, their hair twisted up and clipped in place. It was just a simple optical illusion, but it managed to fool both the homeowners and the internet for a while. He was riding his bike deep in the woods, enjoying the trail, when out of nowhere, a massive, angry bear charged straight at him. No warning, no time to react, just pure panic. He crashed the bike and tried to run, but the bear was way faster. Then, by sheer luck, the bike started making loud rattling and clanking noises, which startled the bear enough to back off. One random sound likely saved his life. If it hadn't made any noise, things could have ended much differently. In this creepy video, a passerby decided to check out some strange noises coming from the woods, something most people would have run away from instantly. With just a camera and a flashlight, they moved closer as the sounds got louder and more unsettling. Then, behind a tree, the camera caught a pale figure crouched on all fours that looked almost human, whatever it was. The moment fear kicked in, the person ran without hesitation. No clear details were captured, leaving the creature's identity up for debate, with theories ranging from folklore creatures to the possibility of a wild human, but nothing can be confirmed. What started as a clear, sunny day at Lake Tahoe quickly turned deadly when a fierce snowstorm rolled in, turning everything into a whiteout in just minutes. The sudden weather shift cost 8 people their lives. What made the event even more unsettling was footage recorded by guests staying in Cabin 19 at Cedar Glen Lodge. While filming the storm, they noticed a dark shape racing through the snow at an unnaturally fast speed. Some wondered if it was something supernatural, while others believed there may be a more reasonable explanation. On February 16, 2014, while hiking near Lake Calico in Chile, a woman named Carolina Lopez Paneman captured something unusual on camera.
Yes.
She was recording the still, empty lake when something unusual emerged. 4 rounded shapes lifted above the water and drifted slowly across the surface. Carolina did not know what she was witnessing, and after the video went online, viewers debated possible explanations, but never reached a conclusion. The sighting remains unexplained to this day. This creepy clip was posted by a Reddit user and shows something seriously unsettling deep in the woods. He was hiking during a storm when he noticed the trees whipping back and forth like they were alive, fighting the wind. Branches started snapping one after another, the trees groaning like they might come crashing down. And even as the storm got worse, he stayed put and kept filming. It was equal parts mesmerizing and terrifying. Just imagine being alone out there, wind screaming, trees bending to the breaking point. Would you keep recording or turn back before something falls on you? Sometimes the forest doesn't need monsters or ghosts to be scary. Nature does that all on its own. The owner of this trail cam set it up in a cemetery during the day and checked the footage the next day, only to see something unsettling. Shortly after midnight, a strange creature appeared, moving on all fours with long, disproportionate legs, unlike any known animal. He believed it to be a skinwalker, a creature said to mimic other forms. Whether it showed itself by accident or on purpose is unknown, and reports of similar creatures in the area only deepen the mystery. A man entered a forest graveyard to take some eerie photos, but before long, strange noises started to make him uneasy. As he moved closer to a tree, he was confronted with a chilling sight.
Oh shit.
A robed figure was standing completely still, which terrified the man. He quickly ran away, leaving viewers to question whether he may have narrowly escaped some kind of ritual sacrifice. This footage was recorded by a late-night explorer deep in the woods and shows a disturbing sight on the forest floor. Lying motionless is a pale creature with its arms crossed over its chest, long white hair flowing from its head, and a single long horn coming out of its forehead. When the video was shared, many people in paranormal communities said it looked more like a costume than a real creature. Still, the question remains, was this a real encounter or just a well-made prop meant to fool viewers? What do you think? As the camera zooms in and out, one unsettling detail stands out, a long object in the figure's right hand that looks like a knife. The person moves with purpose, but the darkness and their clothing make it impossible to tell who they really are. It raises questions about whether this is a hunter tracking something, a person with dangerous intentions, or something more unusual altogether. Some even speculate it could be Bigfoot, while others think it's just a regular person hiding something sinister. Whatever the case, the truth is unclear. What do you think is really going on here? A Reddit user named Smithery Guy recorded some strange activity while walking at night near an old mansion in Globe, Arizona that was believed to be abandoned. Things got even creepier when his flashlight caught movement inside one of the windows.
No way. Way. Is that somebody right there? Hey. Can you hear me?
He called out to whatever might have been inside, but got no response. Despite trying to figure out what caused the movement, the source was never found, leaving him to wonder whether the house is really abandoned, or if something else is still inside. The owner of this trail cam spotted a strange, hairless creature in his footage and tried to figure out what it was. To him, it looked like a hyena, possibly sick and missing its fur, though that idea didn't make much sense since hyenas aren't found in his area. Curious, he went into the woods to investigate, but found nothing, even after searching for hours. On his way out, he heard a disturbing sound that clearly didn't resemble a hyena, which was enough to make him leave immediately. Trusting his instincts likely saved him, and his decision to walk away was probably the smartest move. In this video, a banana is resting on a table when someone reaches for it, and it suddenly begins to pulse as if it were alive. The sight is deeply unsettling and has left many people confused. Some believe it could be a prank or special effects, while others think insects or parasites inside the banana may be causing the movement. There are also theories that the video was digitally altered. What do you think is causing the banana to move like that? A clip aimed at outdoor explorers shows an individual recording while hiking, when sudden cries for help can be heard coming from a cave-like opening. He follows the sound and reaches a dark entrance, raising the question of whether entering such a place is the right decision.
Hello? No. Why is that? No. Hello? What the hell? Bro, I don't care.
While accidents can happen in the wilderness, especially around caves, the situation feels unsafe and uncertain. The possibility that the cries are a trap or that the person is not equipped to handle what might be inside creates clear danger. Instead of going in, he chooses to run away, which appears to be the smarter choice, though returning later with others to confirm whether anyone truly needs help might be the safer approach. A group of friends was exploring the woods when they came across a tall, ape-like figure with curved arms walking only a few feet away. Instead of retreating from a potentially dangerous situation, they moved closer and continued filming, believing the creature to be Bigfoot. They recorded until it disappeared, likely after noticing them and choosing to avoid them. If it had reacted differently, the encounter could have ended much worse, possibly resulting in unexplained disappearances. What would you have done? This footage captures an unusual object descending from the sky, appearing as a glowing, cloud-like form rather than a typical cloud. It shines with purple and orange hues and slowly rotates as it falls, which led many viewers to believe it could be something alien or a UFO. A more reasonable explanation offered by scientists is that it's likely debris from a SpaceX launch burning up during re-entry. Based on how it looks, that explanation makes the most sense, unless there's something far stranger going on. During a morning hike in Fiji, a woman noticed strange sounds echoing from the sky.
Okay, I don't know if my phone will pick this up or not, but I've been outside for like 15 minutes, and the thunder sounds bizarre. What is that? I'm a 7th generation Floridian, and I have never heard thunder like that. What is that?
The sound was kind of like thunder, but it did not feel normal. She had already heard it several times before she started recording. The woman, a 7th generation Fijian, said she had never experienced anything like it before. When she posted the video, people started sharing their own ideas. Some thought it might be a rare natural phenomenon, while others believed nearby high-tension power lines could be responsible. In the end, no one was ever able to confirm where the sound came from. A homeowner was jolted awake late at night by a strange tapping on his window, and when he looked outside, he saw a bizarre creature tapping on the glass. It had bat-like wings, bright yellow fur around its neck, and a face that looked disturbingly similar to a monkey's. The creature seemed determined to get inside, but the man was too frightened to open the window or investigate further. Some viewers believe it could be an unusual type of bat due to its wings and nighttime behavior, while others note that the monkey-like face doesn't match any known bat species and suggest it could be something paranormal or from folklore. What do you think it was? This odd-looking lizard immediately grabs attention due to its unusual appearance. A likely explanation is a developmental issue, such as a damaged egg or incomplete separation during early growth, rather than anything unnatural. While it may look almost alien, the cause is most likely natural. A man was hiking in the Appalachian Mountains when he suddenly got the feeling that someone was watching him. Feeling uneasy, he started filming the trees around him with his phone. That is when he noticed something strange. A dark figure appeared, partly hidden behind some bushes. When the man moved closer, it quickly ducked down and disappeared. Moments later, when he reached the spot, there was nothing there. Later on, some viewers said they could spot what looked like a second pair of eyes deeper in the background. The figure was never identified. Was it just a prank, or could it be tied to the long, unsettling history of the Appalachian Mountains? This trail cam clip from 2017 shows the situation flip, with the creature seeming to notice the man and chase him instead. Since he already had trail cams set up, it's possible the animal saw them earlier and decided to move in. Whatever happened, the encounter clearly didn't end well. The big debate is over what was doing the chasing. He insists it was Bigfoot, and many believers agree, but others argue the movement looks more like a black bear. So what do you think it was? Share your thoughts in the comments. A man working on a construction site in the mountains began to feel uneasy and looked up to see something strange on a distant peak. Standing there was the silhouette of a massive, fur-covered figure watching from above. Though not normally superstitious, he couldn't help but wonder if it was Bigfoot observing as humans altered its territory. If the footage is real, it certainly looks like whatever it was wasn't happy about it. What do you think? On October 3rd, 2019, a group of hunters was way out in an Ontario forest when this creepy sound suddenly broke the silence.
Oh my God.
The hunters froze and held onto their gear, hearts racing as the sound got louder and then just cut off. After that, the forest went dead silent like it was holding its breath. Whatever made that noise was still out there, watching from the darkness, waiting for one of them to move. This clip shows someone trying to pick up a strange creature on muddy ground using chopsticks. As soon as they try to lift it, the creature suddenly disappears and reappears in a different spot, making it look like it teleported. In reality, the animal is a mudskipper, an amphibious fish that can live both in water and on land. It uses its fins to move quickly across mud, and its speed, combined with how well it blends into its surroundings, creates the illusion that it vanishes and reappears. The true origin of this creature is still a mystery, which leaves plenty of room for speculation. It could be something from the deep ocean, an undiscovered species, or even an expertly crafted visual effect. If it isn't man-made, encountering a creature like this would be both shocking and unsettling. Hopefully it's nothing more than imagination, because if beings like this exist, whether small or enormous, it could make us question where humans truly stand in the food chain. It was Sav's first New Year's Eve without her father, and she and her mom were trying to stay positive. But while they were counting down to the new year, something unexpected happened.
2, 3, straight up. Oh. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! I can get it. Twist it. Woo! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year! That has not worked! Hold on! Okay. No, it worked, but we just haven't. That has not. I've twisted it! That has not worked! That's my dad's snow globe. Like, we designated that to, like, be my dad. Oh my God. What the?
It turned out to be her father's old snow globe, the one that hadn't worked for years. Sav had tried fixing it countless times, but it never made a sound. That night, though, it suddenly started playing on its own. Could it have been her father wishing them a happy new year? They believe it was. A Reddit user named NoSignal1over137 posted an old video from his childhood YouTube channel. At the time, he was just filming himself doing a trampoline flip and believed no one else was around. Years later, while watching it again, he spotted something unsettling, a figure sitting behind a small table near the trampoline, with its face hidden. Each time the camera turned in that direction, the screen flashed blue, leaving him questioning whether someone was actually there or if something unexplained happened that day. This clip showed a cloud shaped like a large donut, which some people say looks like a portal. The image quickly sparked debate on paranormal forums, with many linking it to long-standing rumors surrounding CERN and claims that its collider could open gateways to other realities. Others connect these ideas to the Mandela effect, and even to stories about the Montauk Project, which are often cited in conspiracy theories. That said, these claims lack solid evidence and are widely considered speculative. As for the clip itself, it's unclear what's really happening. So what do you think it could be? Late one night, a man was walking through nearby woods when he heard a strange noise. He'd heard the sound before, but only at night. The weird part was that it never stayed in one spot. It seemed to come from different directions with no clear pattern. Some people thought it was something mechanical. Others were sure it had to be an animal. In the end, the internet figured it out. It was just a tiny Eurasian scops owl. Creepy sounding, but harmless. This footage is especially unsettling because it appears to show multiple Bigfoot creatures together, including an adult with several younger ones moving freely. Their behavior suggests the area may be close to where they live and somewhere they don't expect humans to be. Some locals claim they've seen this same group before, though usually they were more cautious, which led others to dismiss the sightings as a hoax. A second clip shows the group in the woods acting more alert, possibly because they knew they could be discovered. Would you be comfortable living in an area where a Bigfoot family might be nearby? Just look at this incredible creature. The blueing gurnard truly earns its name. It's a striking fish known for its bright blue pectoral fins that spread out like wings, almost making it look like it could fly underwater. These fins aren't just for looks either. They help scare off predators and are used to move across the sandy ocean floor. Instead of swimming all the time, the blueing gurnard often walks along the seabed, using its wing-like fins to probe the sand and search for small crustaceans and other food. It's a perfect example of how creative and fascinating nature can be. Two girls were walking along a beach when they noticed something terrifying and immediately started recording.
Yeah. What are you? That looks like a gigantic spider.
From far away, it looked like a giant spider, which made absolutely no sense, so they posted the video online. People quickly pointed out it was actually a spider crab. Huge, creepy looking, but harmless and common in coastal waters, especially around places like Australia. Still, running into something that looks like a massive spider on the beach would be enough to scare anyone. The Chupacabra is usually described as a creature that drains the blood from livestock, and the person who submitted this footage believes they captured one on camera. But instead of seeing something aggressive or hunting, the clip shows a strange-looking animal focused on sniffing plants. That behavior doesn't really match what you'd expect from a Chupacabra, which raises the possibility of mistaken identity. It could simply be a herbivore suffering from mange, a condition that can make animals look unusually thin and eerie. If that's the case, the plant sniffing suddenly makes a lot more sense. So what do you think? Real Chupacabra or just a misunderstood animal with a skin condition? A Reddit user had been hearing odd noises around his house for days, making it seem like someone was wandering around at night. He set up security cameras, and one night they appeared to catch something strange when a door seemed to move by itself. It turned out to be harmless though, just a family member playing a Christmas prank and trying to scare him. This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking deep into the forest to enjoy the peace. Everything felt calm and relaxing until it suddenly wasn't. Out of nowhere, a strange, thunderous growl echoed through the trees, loud, deep, and seriously unsettling.
I think it's time to go.
He looked around but couldn't see anything. No movement, no sign of life, just that terrifying sound growing closer and closer. It felt like something unseen was watching him, waiting. Knowing something wasn't right, he decided to leave before things got dangerous. But what could have made a sound like that? A group of friends was driving home late at night after going out when something unsettling happened. A dark figure suddenly appeared on the side of the highway, which was strange given the late hour and the location. The sight frightened them so much that they sped away in panic. Sightings like this are often reported on highways with a history of fatal accidents, leading to speculation about what the figure could have been. Was it the ghost of someone who died there, or something else entirely? What do you think? While going through trail camera footage from deep in the forest, they noticed something odd captured overnight. A faint, towering shape moved smoothly past the camera in the dark, estimated to be nearly 10 feet tall. The figure was blurry but visible enough to rule out a simple lighting issue. The TikTok user who shared it, BourbonLover88, thinks it may be something paranormal, and there's still no clear explanation for what was caught. This Reddit user expected a calm night of camping until things took a sudden turn. Around midnight, she heard heavy footsteps outside the tent, slow, deep, and deliberate. When she looked out, her heart dropped. A huge bear had come out of the woods, sniffing around nearby. She stayed completely still, barely breathing, listening to every sound and hoping it wouldn't pick up her scent. Shaken but unharmed, she stayed awake the rest of the night, knowing just how close things had come to going very wrong. On April 4th, 2024, a home security camera in Idaho recorded a strange object flying over a backyard. The video shows 6 vertical lights moving through the sky, clearly visible despite the poor image quality caused by the darkness. The rest of the object is hard to make out, leaving its shape and size unknown. The homeowner believes it may have been a UFO, especially with so many similar sightings being shared online lately. Still, without clearer evidence, it's impossible to say for sure, as it could also have been a regular aircraft with an unusual light pattern. What do you think? While stopping at a gas station in Victorville, a man came across something seriously disturbing, a teddy bear that looked like it had been stitched together from human skin. Panic spread fast, with people wondering if it was tied to something criminal. Luckily, it wasn't. Authorities later confirmed the bear was made from synthetic materials and traced it back to Hector Villena, a 23-year-old who bought it online as a horror prop. He was arrested for causing a false emergency. The bear itself was created by Robert Kelly, an artist who makes realistic horror props out of latex and sells them as faux human skin creations. This eerie video was posted by a Reddit user during a 5-day solo hike through freezing rain and cold when something terrifying appeared along the way. Just a few feet ahead stood a massive moose. The air felt colder. Moving forward wasn't an option, but turning back could provoke it. Moose aren't just large animals. They're notoriously unpredictable. One wrong move could cost him his life. Picture yourself in his place, alone, miles from anyone, with this giant blocking the path. What would you do? Hold your ground or retreat before it decides you're a threat? In this clip, someone came across some unusual footprints near Meek's cabin by the water, where the muddy ground clearly preserved the impressions. The area is known as a Bigfoot hotspot, which immediately caught people's attention. While the tracks look somewhat human, they have odd features, including a mid-tarsal ridge and an unusually wide shape that doesn't match typical footprints. Given the long-running debate around Bigfoot sightings, some think these tracks could belong to the legendary creature, while others believe they were left by a person with an uncommon foot structure. So what do you think? Bigfoot or just a human with some very unusual feet? This footage shows a black bear getting too close to a trail cam and trying to tear it down. The area around it is filled with fallen branches, leaves, and thick vegetation, highlighting the wild setting. Despite its efforts, the bear fails to damage or remove the camera and eventually gives up, retreating into the surrounding wilderness. A man was walking home when it suddenly began raining in just one small, isolated spot.
Hola. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Necesitas ayuda? Hola.
He stopped and heard a woman crying even though no one was there. He recorded briefly, then left because the situation felt unsafe. Later, many people linked the incident to the legend of La Llorona, the ghost said to wander near water, crying for her lost children. A group of people looking up at the night sky noticed 3 bright orbs glowing in the darkness. Shortly after, a 4th light appeared below them. The sudden appearance confused, and many wondered if the lights could be UFOs. With no clear explanation, the sight left everyone questioning what they had just seen. A trail camera captured a funny close-up of wildlife when a black, furry nose filled the frame. At first glance, it sparked curiosity about what the animal could be, with guesses ranging from something mysterious to something familiar. After a closer look, the answer turned out to be simple and charming. It was a monkey native to the area. Drawn by curiosity, the animal leaned in to inspect the strange object, using its strong sense of smell. By pure chance, its twitching nose lined up perfectly with the camera lens, creating a playful and memorable snapshot from the wild. This unclear trail camera footage, said to be recorded in Virginia, captures a blurry figure that has sparked debate. Viewers have suggested it could be a lizard, a turtle, or even a snake. Since the camera was attached to a tree roughly 4 feet above the ground, some of these possibilities seem less likely. The uploader chose not to share the exact location, allowing plenty of room for interpretation. Given that snakes in the region are known to climb trees, many believe a snake is the most likely explanation. The trail cam image captures 2 fur-covered figures at the same time, something rarely seen. One is standing upright near the trees, while the other is positioned lower, appearing to crouch with lighter-colored fur. Their actions are unknown, but the appearance of 2 figures together makes the sighting unusual. This image confused many viewers at first, with most assuming it showed some kind of exotic cat. However, it was later confirmed to be a raccoon. The owner of the trail camera explained that this unusual raccoon is often seen in the area and was initially mistaken for something paranormal. The animal is affected by leucism, a rare genetic condition that alters pigmentation, giving it a much lighter appearance than a typical raccoon. Its striking look may seem unnatural, but it is simply a genetic variation rather than anything unexplained. A strange creature was found washed up on a shoreline at an unknown location. Its appearance is difficult to explain, with pale skin, a round head, and features that look partly human and partly aquatic. The hands resemble human hands, but have 4 claw-like fingers, while the lower body appears fish-like. The unusual mix of traits has left people questioning where it came from and how such a creature could exist. The Excursionist is a YouTube channel run by 2 urban explorers who travel around the UK exploring abandoned buildings and forgotten places. In January 2018, they visited an old Victorian insurance building that had been left to decay for decades. Inside, it was surprising that the structure was still standing, with rot, mold, and dripping water making the floors unsafe and the atmosphere unsettling.
Sounds like people in the building since we've arrived. But we're gonna try and film something anyway. As see what's in store for this explore for the 2018. It is freezing cold, by the way. You what? Turn off the light. There's a working office building right there.
They kept moving from room to room, with adrenaline steadily rising. The sound of dripping water and crows outside made the tension feel heavier. As they went deeper inside, the situation became more dangerous, and faint noises started echoing through the halls.
Upon reaching the top floor of the building, we heard some more noises that led us to further question whether we were alone. Yeah, it's just the windows. Stop that.
Can we stop that? So we don't ourselves later. The reason we're being so cautious is we heard voices when we first entered the building. Just telling the members. The reason we're being so cautious is that we heard voices when we first came into the building.
At first, they ignored it, thinking it was just the building settling, but the sounds soon became clearer. Footsteps, movement, something that made them wonder if someone else was there. Earlier noises could be blamed on loose windows, but these could not. As they moved through dark, crumbling corridors, a strange alarm started sounding somewhere inside the building, drawing them deeper in, and that was when they realized they were not alone.
On that staircase. The way out.
They ran down the hallway, unsure who the voices belonged to or what their intentions were. After quickly checking a few last rooms, they headed for the exit, but something they saw in one of those final rooms immediately changed their focus. A homeless man was sitting in the corner, staring at them. They did not waste any time and slipped out of the building as fast and quietly as they could. With unknown people inside and no idea what might happen next, it felt too dangerous to stay, so they left without turning back. A deer moves across a field late at night when a sudden bright flash lights up the area, leaving 3 glowing orbs visible in the footage. The moment raises questions about what caused the flash and what the orbs could be. Possibilities range from passing lights to something unexplained. While the exact cause is unclear, the appearance of orbs in situations like this is often linked to paranormal activity, leaving the footage open to interpretation. This image captures something strange as a figure passes behind a tree, revealing only part of its body. One leg is clearly visible, and its movement looks oddly human rather than animal-like. Because the view is limited, identifying it is difficult. Some have suggested it could be a monkey or even a bear, but the way it walks does not quite match those animals. The image was shared by a viewer looking for answers, and with so little to go on, the possibility of something more unusual remains open to debate. A woman in Texas glanced out into her yard and noticed a strange animal she had never seen before. The creature appeared to be eating berries that had fallen to the ground, something wildlife often does near homes. Although shocked, she managed to take a photo and share it online. The image quickly drew attention because the animal does not clearly match anything familiar. It looks somewhat like a large cat with unusually long ears and a body similar in size to a mountain lion. Some experts believe it could be a dog with skin or fur issues, while others suggest possibilities like a Chupacabra or a coyote dog mix. With no clear answer, the photo has left many people wondering what the animal really is. A family was visiting their grandfather's ranch and planned to leave around 2 a.m., so they started the car early to warm it up. 2 cousins stepped outside, and one of them accidentally turned on the camera instead of the flashlight. For a split second, it lit up a figure that looked like a young boy standing perfectly still, his head tilted and his face looking strange. The figure did not move or respond. Frightened, they ran back inside and told the others. The next morning, workers at the ranch claimed a child had died in that same spot years earlier. If the story is real, it is deeply unsettling, but there is no way to be certain. Ghost theory are well-known urban explorers and paranormal investigators, and Elliot and Joe have seen a lot over the years. This investigation, however, was so unsettling that it made them stop early. In the video, they explore a house said to be so haunted that no one would live there, leaving it abandoned and untouched. They arrived at night and had trouble finding a way in, but after searching around the property, they eventually managed to get inside.
Dead end. I am actually
I was going to say, do you want to check first?
Take this.
It looks like it goes in the house.
There are loads of pigeons there. Yeah, it goes in.
Oh, man.
Oh. So when we entered the house through the kitchen into the corridor, there was a bit of a sinister feel. The house was like a maze, and it did feel like there wasn't an easy way out. The front door was barred as well, so the only way out was that window that we came in on.
Absolutely stinks.
Oh, why do I have to find the basement first? We'll go down there later.
There's not much air in here, is there?
No. Oh, wow. That's very 60s.
Right from the start, the place felt heavy and uncomfortable. The dark atmosphere and limited exits only added to the tension. As they moved through the house, something felt wrong, with strange noises echoing around them. Footsteps, movement, and sounds they could not explain. It was disturbing, but not something they had never experienced before.
There's a rumble.
Yeah.
Hello? I'm calling out to any spirits. Are you here? Are you listening to us? There's something very off about this.
Yeah.
Those footsteps moved away from me. Oh my god. I've never... Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was up here.
I didn't even see that room there.
Is that?
Yeah, sounds like people keep walking.
Yeah.
Pigeons.
Gotta think it's pigeons for now.
The tension kept building as the noises became louder and more frequent. They decided to use their paranormal equipment to see if they could catch something real. One device started triggering again and again, and soon after, a loud and unmistakable sound came from another room.
We're calling out to any spirits who remain here or visit this place. We come with respect and we mean you no harm.
What?
There's a... Thank you, if that was you. Can you make a noise for us? That's one of the best ways of communicating.
Can you make a noise in a room? I was just pointing there as well. What was that?
You go first, because if you... I know it's not a good idea.
I was just pointing at that as well. That's so annoying.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know, but... Oh, you're on that.
I don't know if I was quite back here.
Can you make a noise in a room?
They stayed where they were and began setting up additional equipment, hoping to get more responses. Before anything could happen, more sounds echoed throughout the building, making them believe that someone else was inside with them.
Are you happy that we're here? Voices. Voices. But, like, people outside, voices.
Try the other room. just looked on the map. Yeah. To make a noise there, you'd either have to be in the building or within the grounds. I can hear them. We need to get back in there to get to our stuff. I'm picking up my stuff. Shit. I didn't move and that went on.
The sound seemed human, but their equipment told a different story. Not knowing if it was other explorers or something paranormal, they packed up their gear and headed downstairs, where they found no trace of anyone else in the building.
They're very quiet. I think they're in the window. They saw the light. It must have done. How though? I must thought there were cats in that window. And we were shouting. Grandpa just went off. Where is it? In the hallway. Another bell. There's no one there, is there? Yeah, I can hear them talking. They're outside, yeah. I know, that's what I mean. It's so annoying. They must have had the ramp on. I don't know. I'm wondering if they've boarded it up with us in there. You'd hear it. Huh? You'd hear it. You'd hear a drill or a hammer or something. This is not fun. No. We cannot, in this condition, continue. No. We now need to make sure that we're safe. Essentially. So what do we do now? I would say carry on, but it was the. I think we just, if I'm honest, my mind is being. People are going to get annoyed, but my mind is taken completely out of the investigation, and now we're in the mindset that people know we're here and that we need to go. Is there a car holding in?
Yeah. And I heard them playing with the board.
Yeah, they were here.
Yeah.
I thought they were in at one point. So that could potentially mean that people are going to come back. And I don't particularly want to be in that sort of situation where we can't get out and there's people here.
That wasn't fun.
And yeah.
There was a few of them.
Exactly. I feel like our best option is to escape.
Even so, the fear did not fade. With the tension growing and the risk feeling too high, they chose to end the investigation and leave, unwilling to stay and discover what was really sharing the house with them. After spending the weekend in the woods, a group of friends took one final photo before leaving. At the time, nothing seemed off, but later that night, when they looked at the picture, they noticed something strange. A gray figure with glowing eyes standing next to them. They were sure no one else had been there, just the two friends and the person behind the camera. So was someone hiding nearby, or was it something else entirely? The trail camera clip was posted online after it was believed to show Bigfoot, and it immediately divided opinions. Some argued it was fake, pointing to computer effects, or a person wearing a costume, while others felt it appeared authentic. The individual who captured the footage maintains that it is not CGI and wanted clarity on whether it could be a costume. They are convinced it may be Bigfoot or a similar creature, leaving the final judgment up to those watching. This trail camera captured images of a strange humanoid figure that immediately stands out. It appears to be wearing what looks like a long-sleeved shirt with buttons, something unexpected given that the camera was placed deep in the woods where no people are known to live. The figure's posture and clothing make it difficult to dismiss as simple wildlife. One of the most unsettling details is its hand, which looks distorted and appears to be gripping a rock, with what seem to be dark stains on its fingers. With no clear explanation and very little context, the images raise disturbing questions about what the camera actually recorded. Since it surfaced online, this image has raised many questions. At first glance, it shows a simple dugout hole, but a closer look reveals a blurry figure further in the frame. The distortion suggests something moving quickly, possibly escaping the area, yet its unclear shape makes it hard to identify. Whether it is an animal caught mid-movement or something more unusual, the image continues to spark curiosity and speculation. Obsolete Voids returned for an exploration that quickly became one of her most unsettling experiences. She and another explorer went back to an abandoned funeral home they had attempted to explore twice before. Both previous visits ended with voices and an intense feeling that something was not right, but this time, they decided to push forward anyway.
We're exploring an abandoned funeral, so come along with me while we check this place out. I'm literally using what's left of my phone battery because right when we walked in this place, my phone was on 100% and dropped down to 20. And then like, I don't know, like what, 5 minutes ago I said if my camera battery dies or if my camera messes up, there's something up with this place. And now my camera won't record. It's saying there's something wrong with my SD card, and I've never ever had a problem with this SD card. I've been using it forever. Okay, I don't know if my camera's gonna work. It literally was just tweaking. But it's recording now, so yeah, weird stuff is happening. I don't believe in haunted things, but when we got in here, which was, I don't know, well, like 3 o'clock? Yeah. My phone was on 100%, and when I was up here making a TikTok, it literally dropped down to 20%. Like, it's not gonna tell me how much is left on there, but wow, that's really creepy.
Almost right away, her phone battery dropped from 100% to 20%, and her camera started malfunctioning, something that normally never happens. It felt like something was draining their energy. For most of the exploration, nothing obviously strange occurred, just a strong, lingering sense of unease. Then things suddenly escalated.
Oh yeah, it's a little dark. Oh. Lab is ginormous. Isn't this bigger than the one? What do you mean? Like, I just feel like it's bigger. Like, this part's bigger than the one.
Her camera began acting up again, causing the footage to blur without warning. While filming one last scene, odd sounds echoed through the building, including footsteps, creaking floors, and whispers, even though no one else was there.
We're hearing really weird noises right now. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but try to stay quiet because we're hearing weird noises.
like the shadiest explorer I've ever explored. Like, okay, maybe not the shadiest, but like. Sorry, I want to come in here with you, but I don't want to do your video. What is that? Do you hear voices? I hear voices. Oh God, you guys are hearing voices. Somebody said ghost got them. The ghost got us.
Terrified, they turned off their cameras and left right away. Maybe all those failed attempts before had been a warning. This trail cam footage shows a strange creature with the head of a ram and a large, fur-covered body. Based on its size next to nearby trees, the uploader believes it could be around 9 feet tall. At first glance, it gives off Bigfoot-like vibes, but the curved horns and ram-shaped head make it stand out. Creatures like this often spark interest because they look partly familiar, yet clearly different, with no clear explanation for where it came from or why it appeared. The site has left many unsettled and questioning what might be lurking in the woods. A man was hiking in Yosemite National Park when he snapped this photo. At first glance, it looked normal, but right in the center was a glowing purple and pink circle. It did not look like a lens flare, and the area around it seemed warped, almost like space was rippling. He checked his camera, but everything was working fine. No one could explain what it was, and no one had seen a camera glitch like it before. Some even wondered if it could have been a natural energy field. The footage shows a quiet forest filled with tall, leafless trees and a ground covered in dead leaves and moss. Among the trees, an unsettling detail stands out, dolls tightly bound to a tree, as if restrained. A closer look reveals that 2 dolls are tied to the same trunk. The reason behind this remains unclear, raising questions about whether it was meant as a warning, a ritual, or something else entirely. The scene feels eerie and leaves a strong sense of unease. Someone was exploring the old West Virginia Penitentiary, a place known for its violent past and isolation, where visitors often report strange feelings. While inside, they took a few photos. Later, looking through the images, they noticed something odd, a shape that looked like a head and shoulders, wearing a faint purple dress, with a darker area above that resembled hair. Old prisons are often connected to unexplained sightings, and some investigators think images like this could be traces of the past. But could there be a normal explanation instead? Decaying Ace is an Ohio-based urban exploration channel that knows the dangers of abandoned locations. In this video, those risks quickly became real. They explored a decaying steel plant where needles covered the floor, debris was everywhere, and the place felt unsafe from the very start.
I was just setting up his gimbal. We're in the basement. This is a steel treating plant today.
Yeah, wow, look at all this trash.
Alright, same area I was before. Heading up the stairs. Oh, I probably won't need my light up here. Wow. That's pretty neat. Oh, look at that skylight. That's pretty cool. I don't want to get too far away from everybody, but this is really neat.
I'm the urban explorer. Is it alright if we walk around a bit and take a few more pictures? Or we don't have to? No. Alright, we are okay then.
Yeah, I know we were yelling at you because we heard something and we just kept going.
I
Against our better judgment, we decided to move to the opposite side of the building and continue filming.
Not long after, they came across a homeless man who ordered them to get out. Rather than leaving, they went deeper into another area of the plant, a decision that came dangerously close to ending badly.
So there's a homeless guy up here, and we aren't and moving around. We just don't know if he's alone, but we want to film the rest of this building, so we're gonna try and stay away from him and mind our own business, and try to get our stuff and get out. Past the door. Maybe he's leaving. Are you recording? Yes.
We're just hoping to take some videos. We're not looking to bother you, and we'll leave you alone. We don't want any trouble. We won't film any of our videos. We're just here to take some videos of this place here. Why? Because we do what's called urban exploring, so we pretty much show people abandoned buildings, and they think it's... Huh? Is it big?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than this one.
Really?
Goodyear? Did you say the Goodyear building?
On the east end, you said? Yeah, again, we don't want to cause you no problems. We're not here to bother you. We just want to take some videos of this place.
And we'll be gone before you know it.
Right, we'll be quick. We won't even come over on your side if you don't want.
Yep. We get it, brother. We ain't here to cause any trouble.
What?
They crossed paths with the man again, this time more aggressively. He pointed them toward another building and insisted they go inside. They gave him some money and tried to calm him before moving in the direction he suggested. Before they could fully enter, security showed up and stopped them.
No point in looking now. Get on with it. Bro, just get in.
Security explained that the area was extremely dangerous, citing recent murders, heavy drug activity, and a SWAT raid that had taken place not long before. The group left immediately, shaken by the idea that they might have been purposely guided into danger and by what could have happened if they had continued. Beck's East is a team of 4 explorers with a passion for abandoned locations, but one nighttime trip to an old daycare hidden deep in the woods quickly became unsettling. They arrived after dark, surrounded by trees and total darkness, and the location alone felt eerie.
You want to go first? Or do you want me to go? Coming in. Alright. Smells dank. Let's check this room real quick. Hey. My little bottle cap shit. Shit isn't cutting it. Was that there last time?
Inside, they moved cautiously with torches in hand, checking every corner. Almost right away, they noticed the place had changed since their last visit, with clear signs that someone else had been there. It should have been a warning. As they went deeper, the atmosphere grew heavier. An eerie silence filled the halls. Graffiti covered the walls, and then they saw something that made their hearts sink, clear evidence of a ritual. While they stood there, noises echoed through the building, signaling that someone was entering. They did not hesitate and immediately focused on leaving. They got out safely, but the question remained: what was really going on inside that daycare? This trail camera footage shows 3 mountain lions moving along what appears to be a fence, creating an unusual and striking scene. Their balance and coordination make the moment look almost staged, even though it is happening naturally in the wild. It is unclear why they were moving this way, whether they were tracking prey, exploring their surroundings, or simply passing through. The clip serves as a reminder that animals display remarkable behavior on their own, and moments like this are best witnessed in their natural environment, rather than forcing animals to perform in captivity. In the winter of 2017, a Reddit user posted a photo of his younger sister from a winter camping trip. They were the only ones outside at the time. Later, when they took a closer look at the picture, they noticed 2 faint figures standing in front of her. The one directly in front looked almost exactly like her, which could be explained as a camera glitch. What made it more unsettling was the second figure to the right. It did not look like anyone there, and no one had been standing in that spot. The user admits it was probably just a glitch, but even now, he cannot explain that second figure. A homeowner installed a doorbell camera to watch for intruders, but it captured an unusual animal-like figure walking across the property. It looks like a dark, furry dog, but its head appears blurred, so its identity is unclear. Some people interpret it as something paranormal, while others think it may simply be a goat, and the clip leaves the answer uncertain. Trail cameras usually capture wildlife, but this footage showed something far more unexpected. When the owner retrieved the camera, they found night video of an inmate trying to escape. The person who submitted it said they did not understand what they were seeing until the individual was arrested later. It is a reminder that trail cams can record surprising events, not just animals. Lord Explorers is well used to intense urban exploration after years of visiting abandoned buildings, and this video was meant to be another one of those trips. In October 2022, he and other explorers tried to investigate Tinley Park Hospital, but the visit ended early when security forced them to leave. A year later, he returned with his girlfriend to finish what they started, but once again, things did not go according to plan.
Definitely not. Oh, the ceiling fell in. This is the ceiling. Oh, a giant knife. Good. Wow, look at the seats. Yeah, I don't know.
They moved carefully from room to room as the smell of decay hung in the air. Before long, something felt wrong. Sounds echoed through the building, noises they could not ignore. Soon after, they heard a truck outside, and it became clear that security was circling the property.
That's the truck. That's the truck. Oh, he looked kind of like right at me. He's looking up into the buildings.
Why did he drive back here so angry?
I don't know. It sounded like he tried the door, right? That door's open. If he wanted to come in, he could go in through there. He pulled in here, turned around, and drove back. He was looking up right at me at the window. Kind of sus. He drove back out and past there. And when he went past there, he was looking up at this building.
They pressed on with the exploration while remaining cautious, setting up cameras and keeping an eye on the windows to monitor security's movements around the property.
I hope he comes. Oh. Here he comes. Goes. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
They saw the security vehicle pass by and assumed it was safe, but only moments later, they came face to face with him.
Let's just go back the way we came.
Yeah.
What if he drives past us and sees us?
Then we run.
We're too far away from the car for me to run all through there.
You have to.
No.
I can't carry you this time. I'm not trying, but I'm just stating facts.
Where the corner of the train station's at?
Uh-huh.
On the 15 mark.
Right here, right here. Nice.
They moved quickly and barely found a place to hide. The video ends soon after with a safe escape, but the surge of adrenaline from knowing security was actively looking for them made the experience unforgettable. A man got an alert from a trail camera on his remote hunting land. He expected it to be a normal video of deer or other animals, but when he watched it, he saw a stranger walking away from the hunting shack with a heater taken from inside. He reached out to nearby landowners to ask if anyone recognized the man. No one did, and some neighbors even went out to help look around. When it was clear the person was not known in the area, the owner called the police and shared the footage. Police later said it was more than trespassing. They were already searching for the suspect and responded quickly. The man was described as a career criminal with a history of armed robbery and had recently been involved in a high-risk chase. He had stolen several vehicles, abandoned them, and escaped on foot. The owner was not on the property at the time, and the suspect was gone before officers arrived. One morning, a couple was walking their dogs through a nearby forest known for strange stories when the man took a photo of his partner on the trail, and nothing seemed odd at the time, but later, they noticed a disturbing figure in the background walking behind them, someone they had not seen at all before the photo was taken. And what made it even stranger was that the person seemed to be coming from a direction that would have taken hours to walk. As the figure got closer, the couple realized the face was not visible, and it looked like the person was wearing a black hood, and the way the figure moved was slow, unsteady, and deliberate as it approached from behind, so they decided to leave the forest. But when they turned back, the figure had vanished, even though the trail was open with no turns or cover, and a large, rocky drop beside the path that was clearly visible and impossible to cross unnoticed. And to this day, they do not know who or what they saw or where the figure disappeared. A man in British Columbia had recently bought a new phone with an infrared camera. While testing it, he took a few photos of his yard, and one picture stood out because it showed a strange figure. It looked human-like and seemed to be moving on all fours, but the image was too unclear to identify for sure. A friend later shared the photo online, but no more details were ever given. What was captured that night and what may have been in the yard is still unknown. On November 22nd at 11:36 a.m., someone recorded an unsettling scene on their farm. Hundreds, possibly thousands, of blackbirds gathered in one place. The sight looked unusual and made people speculate about strange or ominous reasons, though it could also be an ordinary event being overinterpreted. In this eerie encounter, a couple ventured into a remote desert mountain at night with only their flashlights, expecting a simple exploration. Instead, it quickly turned into something unforgettable. As they moved through the barren landscape, they came across a large, unnatural hole in the ground. At first, it seemed ordinary, but a closer look revealed several more holes nearby, all irregularly shaped and disturbingly precise, as if something had intentionally dug them.
Look at this hole. This is weird. It's like people's been here digging. These are like dug holes. Any snakies? Look at this hole.
You and your fascination with holes.
Yeah, I love them. Look at this one. Whoa! What is doing this?
An animal?
There's tracks in here.
Jerry, don't go in there.
There's a lizard just went scooting up in there.
Oh my gosh. Don't you dare go in there.
Oh.
No, I'm serious.
This could be a good snake spot. There's like a bunch of... There's a lot of little holes like going in the ground. You know what I mean? Like, they could be snake holes.
Can we finish our mountain lion conversation?
That's what we're doing.
Do they, like, sneak up on you?
Oh, mountain lions?
Or do they just attack?
They probably would stalk.
Oh, wonderful.
They'd probably, like, try to sneak us. That's why we gotta stay vigilant.
In the dark.
Start chucking rocks if he starts to try to sneak us.
I hate cats.
Ooh. What is that? There's a weird hole. What is
is going on with these holes? Ooh.
I can't believe you're leaving me. Jerry, I'm really scared.
Are you really scared?
Yes. I'm not climbing up there. Just in case you were wondering.
Well, what if I found something abandoned up there? We'd have to go.
You're gonna have to walk me back and then come back. I don't have to be scared.
I sort of like being scared.
I like to laugh.
What?
I like comedies and I want out. This is not funny.
Did you hear? Oh, there's sort of a little hole. See these all little weird things all over? What is going on? Whoa.
I know, I heard of something there too.
Ooh.
Come on, Jerry, let's go back, please.
I just want to see what's all up here. We can go a little further. Wow, look at this. Is it? Whoa, son. Is it big? Oh man. Whew. Which way? Well, I was trying to get that live going, but we got really crappy reception.
I'm leaving.
All right, let's go. Where'd you hear it from? Over here?
I didn't hear it. I saw it. I saw it move.
You saw it move?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yes.
Well, let me go first then.
No, but what if it's around?
Oh, let's look. Where'd you see it? Where'd you see it?
Right there.
Right here?
Move that way.
It moved coming down here? Like where we're going?
Yeah, to the right.
Okay. We'll just keep our ears open. If anything starts.
I didn't hear it. I just saw it.
Man, I bet you like a cat, like a mountain lion, and even
Curious about the strange holes, the husband stepped closer to inspect one of them, but his wife, unsettled by the atmosphere, pleaded with him not to wander off. She could sense something was wrong. Moments later, a chilling sound echoed through the mountain, a low, guttural noise, almost like a growl that sent shivers through them. Gripping her flashlight, the wife felt panic set in as the sound grew louder and changed, as if something unseen was moving through the darkness.
other predators could probably move along these things pretty quiet. Like if they're just walking on the rocks, man, I never thought of that.
I just envision it jumping out and ripping off my face.
If, know what I mean, Duber?
No, I don't want to think about that.
Where's this a kitty at or whatever? What? Little caves. Maybe we're, coyotes. Maybe we're around like a coyote den. Hello? That did echo.
For a short while, things seemed to settle, but the calm quickly faded. As they kept moving, the sounds returned. No longer growls, but eerie clicking and whispering that echoed through the desert. The feeling was unmistakable. Something was trailing them, moving just behind them in the darkness.
Well, I just heard a big, like, snarly. Did you hear that?
Are you serious?
It was a snarl.
Oh my god.
It was like a big, like a... Man, look at that out there.
So you're good. I think whatever we're going to have an issue with is right over here. Oh man, look. Before we even started, look what happened. Sliced my leg like before we even got rolling. Tiff's like, oh, wonderful. Off to a great start. You want to just pee? I mean,
No, I don't want to pee.
there's nobody around. Nobody else gonna see you. Here, hold that again for a second.
Was it just an animal, the wind messing with them, or had they come across something much more unsettling? A hiker was walking deeper into the woods when he noticed something odd. One tree stood out because its trunk was bent and twisted into a shape that did not look natural. There were no signs of cuts or tools, and the trees around it were straight and healthy. It looked like the tree had been bent by a lot of force. Some people think storms, heavy snow, or years of pressure could cause damage like this, but that does not fully explain it since it was the only tree in the area twisted so severely while the rest were untouched. Others believe it may have been done on purpose and point to theories that large animals, or even Bigfoot, twist trees as markers. With no solid evidence, what caused it is still unknown. A farmer in rural Michigan got a motion alert late at night and later checked the game camera footage from his property. The camera was set deep in a thick forest, far from roads, houses, airports, or any known lights. He expected to see deer or other animals, but instead he saw something that shocked him. In the middle of the night, a bright beam of light appeared from above. There were no vehicles, no people, and nothing visible that could explain it. Nothing else showed up before or after that moment, and he could not figure out what caused it. Even today, the footage still makes him feel uneasy. Trail and security cameras occasionally record scenes that defy easy explanation. In these nighttime images, a glowing figure appears suspended above a homeowner's property. The shape seems surrounded by a soft white haze, with details that resemble flowing robes, and a faint horizontal form similar to a sword. The contrast of light and shadow creates an almost surreal atmosphere. The homeowner, influenced by personal faith, viewed the figure as a guardian angel. The images were later reviewed and found to show no signs of tampering, which only deepens the mystery. A group of campers decided to do a ghost hunt at Harwich Fort one night. Partway through, they were allowed to wander the site on their own. One friend and the photographer went down to the cells to take pictures, and one photo was taken from a cell doorway. Days later, while the photos were being shown at work, a co-worker noticed a figure standing in the doorway. No one else had been there at the time, and earlier group photos showed no one with a shaved head. So who was the figure in the photo? This is C.J. Faison, the creator of the YouTube channel named after him. He is known for exploring dangerous places using the Randonautica app, often joined by his cameraman, Dylan. Together, they enter abandoned and unsettling locations. On this night, they went back to a place already known for feeling unsafe, hoping to find answers, but instead came across something much worse. The video begins with CJ explaining how risky the location was, mentioning its unusually high crime rate, even though it was in a rural area. He pointed out that isolated places like this can hide illegal activity, setting a dark mood for what lies ahead off the main path.
I am taking you all on an adventure with me and my cameraman Dylan. This adventure that we are setting out on does have its dangers. As most of you know in a previous video, this one area that we were in has a very high crime rate. And it seems a little weird because it's mainly in the countryside where the crime rate is. And the reason for that is that it's a little easier to do business, illegal business, off the beating path where really no one is paying much attention. You do that stuff in the city streets or, you know, in the Walmart parking lot or something, it's probably not going to go over very well. You're probably going to get caught. That is why this area is very, very sketchy. It is known to have activity. It is known to have bad things happen to women. It's a very up place, and I'm not looking forward to going back to it. But the reason why we are going back is because a lot of you commented on the video, you sent us screenshots and were like, CJ, you gotta go back there. First of all, it looked like there was someone around a tree right here. That's actually, we've got this picture like screenshotted to us like almost 100 times. And also, a lot of you said that I did not open the zipper on that laptop bag looking thing. We're going back to, first of all, go through that laptop bag extensively. We kept on hearing noise.
When they arrived, they parked their car about a quarter mile from the trail, keeping it out of sight. The idea was to throw off anyone watching and give themselves more time if something went wrong.
We're going to, jeez, dude, this is sketchy as hell. All right. Put my flashers on, lock the door in case there's some weirdo in the woods that's gonna try to hijack our car, who knows. I'm parking, it might be a quarter of a mile walk, but there is a, I don't know, you probably can't really see it, but we'll pan the camera over here so you can see. There's like a little small area over here to the right side of the car, and I want to be smart about this. Like we got to be forward thinking enough to understand that if someone does ride down the road and they see this car, we want them thinking that we're in a different trail system than the one that we were actually in up the road here on the left. So that's why we're doing this, parking far away, gonna do a walk. I just think it's a little bit safer, and that way if there is someone that is trying to harm us, they're thinking we're on a different trail system.
As they walked into the dark woods, the night quickly felt uneasy. A sudden, unexplained noise startled both of them, and Dylan quickly said it wasn't him.
What the f was that, Dylan?
I thought that was you.
Negative, that was not me.
Moments later, their car's hazard lights flashed, and CJ saw someone run behind it, followed by a disturbing, almost crazed laugh. Shortly after that, a dark blue Ford Edge drove by, making it feel even more like they were being watched.
And, oh, there's some car coming now. Yo, get this on camera. There was what looked, in my opinion, like someone ran behind the car, and they just kind of, not really squealed, but they just kind of, I don't even know, like a psycho laugh. I have no idea. Oh, that was a Ford Edge, probably a 2010. Looked like dark blue in color. Again, for those of you who might be new to the channel, if I see a car, I call out what it is. We take all of the information in all these videos, we compile them in a spreadsheet just to see if there's any consistency between. That was someone running down that road. It sounds like.
I don't like this.
I don't like this at all.
The situation led to a quick argument about what to do. Should they open the laptop bag there or take it back to the car? Worried it might contain a tracker or some kind of surveillance device, they decided not to bring it with them.
Suitcase back to the car either.
Well, I say we just grab it and then we just run back here and then go through it inside the car.
I don't know. Because what if there's like something like a tracker or something and they want us to bring it to the car so they know where we are?
As they kept moving forward, the fear grew with each step. CJ admitted he was scared and decided their only option was to find the bag as fast as possible and head back to the car.
Right now, dude. Like, I know I'm not supposed to, like, chicken out at this point, but there's literally a possibility that there could be someone in here. I'm freaking myself out, so I think we just need to walk up there as diligently as we can, grab that, and go right back to the car. Was that there before? That Bud Light can right there? I know the dog food bag was there, but I didn't. Yeah, it looks real new. Yeah, it's dry, but. Is that a car coming? Shut your light off, Dylan. Shut your light off. Shut your light off. Shut your light off. Is that a car coming?
When another car came close, they quickly turned off their lights, feeling like they were being watched. The most unsettling moment came when they reached the place where the laptop bag had been and saw that it was gone.
I swear to you, that's gone. There's no bag around that thing.
Even though they felt more uneasy, they kept going and came across an arrow stuck in a tree that seemed to point them deeper into the empty woods.
There's a mother arrow. There is a mother arrow. Look at that. Can you get that on camera? Look at that. What the was that? I think we were meant to see this the other night, but we never went this far. There is an arrow in a trail that says to go that way.
The situation became much worse when another car slowed down near their parked vehicle, blocking their way out and leaving them trapped deeper in the woods.
Wait for that car to pass by and I'm gonna turn back on this light. I think we're off the trail enough. That they're not really gonna see a light, but just wait for just 1 second, okay? They're stopping near the car. They're stopping near the car.
Soon after, CJ noticed a light farther ahead and became convinced someone was there, so he flashed his own light in response.
You're getting... what the f is that? Turn your light off, turn your light off, turn your light off, turn your light off, turn your light off. What is that? What the f, bro? I told you there's someone up there. See that light? Shine the camera up there. See if it'll pick it up.
Suddenly, a loud and clear noise rang out through the trees, causing CJ to stop instantly and tell Dylan to freeze as well.
What the f was that? I have no idea. Sound like a dinosaur. They're real. I guess. Alright. Stay right here. Move! We're gonna die. Dylan, don't move an inch.
It became clear they were no longer alone, and the fear was intense. CJ carefully spoke into the darkness, telling whoever was there that they were leaving right away and apologizing if they had stepped onto private property.
We're literally leaving right now, okay? We're not... We're not trying to trespass. If we're trespassing, I do apologize. We're going to turn around right now and start walking away. Mother... Go!
Panicking, CJ shouted for Dylan to run, and they sprinted back down the trail as fast as they could, their hearts racing.
Dylan, come on, Dylan, come on. Shut your lamp, light off. stop right here. There's just one light. It's falling off the camera. Give me the light. Give me the light. I'm gonna turn it off, okay? I'm gonna turn it off. Hang on. Okay. We're fine. Fine. We just need to walk out of here very, very slowly. Don't stop. Do not stop. You walk in front of me. I'm gonna flash the light backwards in just a second. You good, dude?
Dylan had trouble keeping up and was close to collapsing, while CJ kept telling him to breathe and pushed him to keep moving, trying to get them both away from the threatening person they had just encountered.
I can't see. You good, dude? Just breathe. Just breathe, bro. Alright, start walking again. What the? Okay, start walking. Just start walking as fast as you can. Keep going, bro. You got your cell phone light? Yeah. Grab that. We're at the trash can. Just keep on going. Keep going. I'm gonna flash the light backwards here in just a second. Just whatever you do, breathe. You can't pass out back here. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Alright, keep on walking. I'm gonna flash this light backwards. Bro, look, look, look. Dylan, look. There ain't nobody back there. Breathe and keep walking. Breathe and keep walking. Go ahead. I can't have this out on me, bro.
At near the end of a trail, we heard people walking along the road. We did hear like code words. This is one that I've never heard of before, but I kind of am putting two and two together. Someone said something about some nose sugar, if you know what I mean. So I think there was some type of exchange somewhere.
Earlier, a car had driven past, and they barely avoided being seen by crouching down. When they finally reached their own vehicle, another car stopped nearby, people got in, and it quickly drove away.
You know, when we were coming out, and luckily we just kind of ducked down, and the car drove right by. Luckily, that was great. They didn't see us. But the car stopped right after our car, and people got in that car. Those people immediately drove off. I don't know if they were in that little trail system where I parked my car at or not.
Even after they drove off, a cold feeling stayed with them as they passed the trail entrance. CJ felt as though someone was still watching them from the darkness.
We drove off. We're going, the trail is kind of down here, and we're driving by it, and it would be on our left-hand side. There was no one standing there, but you just kind of felt weird. And I don't know if it was just because like that's where all this scary happened, or if there might have been someone standing there. I have no idea. I didn't personally see anybody. I just sensed something was there.
The experience left them both silent for about 10 minutes, shaken by how close they felt to real danger. CJ openly said how scared he was and pushed back against anyone who might question their fear in such a crime-filled area.
For 10 minutes, we were just like, it was one of those deals where you don't talk. You just think about how close we got to someone potentially harming us. A very scary human interaction. And I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I was terrified. I'm not going to sit here and pound my chest and, oh yeah, I'm a big man, I wasn't scared. No, that I was scared. Dylan was scared. Anybody would have been scared in that situation. And I love the comments on YouTube where like, why don't you all do this and why don't you all do that? Well, you know, if we did, there would probably be a different outcome a lot of times. We would potentially get hurt. So, you know, be careful when you comment those things if you are one of the people who do that. Because, you know, it's easy to be a keyboard warrior and say, oh, I'd have done this, I'd have gone and approached that man. No, you wouldn't. Not if you knew the area that we were in. It's a crime-ridden area. It just is. It is what it is. So I hope that you all can understand.
Ghosts might cause a quick scare, but the real danger often comes from unpredictable people. CJ and Dylan got away without being hurt, but the experience was a serious reminder that searching for the unknown comes with real risks, and some nights leave lasting effects long after everything is over. Instead of the usual wildlife shots, a trail camera captured an image that is hard to explain. The photo shows a very tall humanoid figure estimated at around 7 feet, covered in dark fur. Its face appears to mix ape-like features with a human-looking nose, making it especially unsettling. While some see this as a possible Sasquatch sighting, others suspect a staged scene involving a person in a realistic costume, pointing out how unusually clean the fur looks for a forest setting. The image remains open to interpretation and debate. Around 10 p.m., after a battlefield ghost bus ride, a woman and her niece stopped near Cemetery Ridge to take a few pictures. It was quiet, foggy, and the air felt heavy. They took photos just seconds apart. The niece's picture looked normal, but the woman's photo showed a strange figure, a lone man standing or walking along the ridge. They said nobody else was there, and they were sure they were alone. The man did not appear in person, only in the photo, like someone from the battlefield's past, still roaming the area. Japanese paranormal investigator Gachan from the YouTube channel Clipto explores an abandoned hotel completely alone. The place closed down over 30 years ago after financial troubles, and rumors say the owner took his own life because of it. Ever since, visitors have reported seeing a man's ghost and hearing his voice echo through the empty halls. While checking out the second floor, Gachan starts hearing strange noises coming from the hallway, clearly rattling him. One of the hotel room doors suddenly slams shut by itself. Shocked, Gachan calls out several times to see if anyone else is in the building, but there's no response. He carefully checks the room and finds it empty. As he continues to explore, he begins to hear a dripping sound coming from the elevator shaft. Eventually, he makes his way to the top of the building and looks into the open shaft. What happens next is absolutely terrifying. At first, there's nothing in sight that explains the sound, but as he starts to leave, the camera drifts back and catches something chilling. 2 pale legs dangling inside the top of the elevator shaft. Gachan doesn't even notice what he's filmed until he watches the footage later. So were those legs the ghost of the hotel's late owner, or is there a different explanation? What do you think? A woman named Rosanna started noticing something off about a doll in her home. At first, she ignored it and told herself it was just her imagination, especially since it usually happened after taking her medication. She assumed she was seeing things, but to put her mind at ease, Rosanna decided to record the doll on her phone. The idea was simple: watch the footage the next day and prove that nothing strange was going on.
C'est quoi? Oh non. Le carton qui est là-bas, là, oh, je sais même plus parler. C'est une poupée. C'est des poupées. Et je vous assure, j'en ai vu une courir. Je sais pas laquelle. Et il faut que je descende à la cave. Mais là, c'est la nuit. J'ai pas envie de croiser la vieille. C'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est pas vrai. C'est trop.
When she first picks up the doll, its face looks totally normal, but just seconds later, the expression changes, almost like it's smiling. When Rosanna watched the video the next day, she knew it wasn't just in her head. Freaked out, she destroyed the doll, hoping that would end it. Still, some people warned that getting rid of an object tied to weird activity doesn't always fix the problem, and sometimes it can make things worse. Hopefully, that's not the case here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.